Well, greetings everyone, and welcome to day 2 of our Kwanzaa candle lighting ceremony. As we continue our journey here, let's bring our Asad. How are you doing this evening?
I'm good. How's everybody doing?
Uh,
Excellent.
and
Hey,
Brother
brother.
Derek, how are you doing today?
I'm good. I'm good. A lot going on, but I'm good. Good to be here.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll have our usual ceremony as we did yesterday. Uh, Masada, would you light our second day candle?
Yes, I will. We're gonna go back over everything for people though. This is Kwanzaa. It is a holiday to reinforce the Ungunzu's Saba, which is the seven principles. The first principle yesterday was the black candle that we light, and that's Umoja, and that stands for unity. And you start with the center one. Oh, let me move it over so you can see it. Oh, y'all can't see. Brother James, we got here. Let me do this. I'll move it over some for everybody to see. Seven candles. That's Umoja. And then the second day is Kujakalia, and that's self determination. And that's the farthest one to the outside. This is in the order that you light them. Once again, you start with the black one, Umoja, unity. And then you go to the farthest left to the outside to the red one. And that's self determination, Kujakalia.
Ashe.
Uh, and is there a special prayer or anything that goes with the second day?
Um, with the second day, I believe that it's just about self determination. I'm not too sure if there's a prayer that goes with it. I really don't know on that. I don't like to speak on if I don't know about it. I just know that we usually do. They say different things of what it means to you, and just to keep with the principles of yourself. For the younger folks, it's just self motivation. Self determination is just self motivation.
Okay. And let's see. To uh, get to my usual, I guess we can call them rants now. But also, I like to speak just a few words when we're talking about. How did you pronounce that? Kuma
It's Kuja Kalia.
Kuja Kalia.
Kuja
Uh,
Kalia.
Kuja Kalia, meaning self determination.
Yes.
It's not a mood. To me, it's a decision, and it's one that one has to be made repeatedly. Uh, a community that does not define itself will always be defined by someone else. And that definition is not always neutral. It'll be shaped by convenience, by power, or by profit. Kuju Kalia demands more than pride, it demands ownership, ownership of our language, ownership of our priorities, ownership of the consequences of the choices that we make when no one is watching. Self determination is tested when it costs something, when choosing our own path means going up, giving up comfort, going up against maybe the norm, uh, access, or approval. It is tested when we are here to decide whether we want independence or we want permission. In a coalition, self determination means we don't outsource our thinking or borrow our courage. We decide what matters, how we measure success, and who we are accountable to. Tonight, Kujalia asks the hard questions. And are we prepared to live with the outcome of our decisions. Because self determination isn't about control, it's about responsibility. And if we're serious about this work and the coalition, that responsibility is not an option, at least not to me. Uh, Brother Derek, glad to see you back tonight. Uh, what is your perception of self determination?
Well, I think it's critical for any people, any organization, any family, any individual. And so, as we're talking about a collective of people, a race of people with more in common even than just the pigment of their skin, because we know that everybody that looks like us isn't
Okay.
with us. But yeah, those it's really important because when you are colonized, you don't have that. And when you are in slavery, you don't have that. But we are a free people, and we must continue to proclaim ourselves a free people, people who can decide, our own fate and decide who we are and who we want to be. And that is really what self determination is about. And all the great movements, all the great actions in this country, from Marcus Garvey to Malcolm to King to anybody else you would want to talk about, all were because people decided that self determination was imperative in terms of who we are as a people and who we are, as a race. So I think it's a beautiful principle.
I wanted to ask you something, and I know it's something that we don't talk about much because we always talk about your second book. But can you tell us how much self determination played into your not only writing your first book, but into uh, the way that you decided that the concept of your first book would be written?
That's a good question. When I went to work for Dr. King's organization in 1994, I did not do so with any thought of writing a book. But I think that the people that I met, the people who had sacrificed so much and given so much, like Reverend Hosea Williams, who shed blood in 11 states and said that once he got back here and got off the bus to go in and use the bathroom and get some water in South Carolina, and had the nerve to drink at a white only water fountain, and the white people, they beat him up so badly that he said he wondered if he was fighting for the right side. But just those kind of people, their self determination to say I am a man, as the garbage worker said in Memphis, that compelled me to write the book, because they opened so many doors for me and my children and all the people who don't even actually realize that we've all the progress that we've made. And so their self-determination compelled me to write that book.
Brother Masada, I know a lot of people have heard about how we met over at the physical therapy center, but when I talked to you and we first started talking, I know that there was some skepticism on your part, I guess, because you had talked to a lot of people, but a lot of people didn't really come through. Uh, can you tell us about how self determination has played in your life as not only a leader, but as a father?
Yes, it's played a valuable part in it. Since I was a kid, since Head Start, being a dad. When you're a kid and you don't have a dad, I feel like most little boys were like, "Yo, if I have kids, I'm gonna be this type of parent." I feel like women do that too. You're gonna be a certain type of parent, and then you realize when you have a kid, they're not you. They're part of you, and they're part of their mom's DNA, and so you can't parent them like you wanted to be parent. You have to parent them like kind of like you wanted to be parent, but then adapt it to who they are. And so you have to have a lot of patience and self determination within yourself to be better for them and to be in the times for them of realizing where it's at. And that brings me back to the Kwanzaa. Usually they also say Habari Gani, which is what is the good news. Kwanzaa is the good news. So the good news with self determination to for being a better person for yourself and for your kids, it's getting up and getting them ready for school when you don't want to. um, Talking with moms and learning how to really co-parent. And people think co-parent means if y'all aren't together, y'all got to do it. No, co-parent is if you in the same house as well. Co-parenting is if you don't agree with the way they want to do something or the way they want to teach something, and you have another way to teach it. So you have to look within yourself and change your attitude because you want to have the best outcome for the kid. So it's going once again self-motivation of waking up and saying, you know what, I'm gonna be a part of this. And when me and you met doing that, it's not that I didn't have lack or hope. It's just you take everybody as for what they are. And when you came through, it was just a reconfirmation that there are people out there. So you have to shoot your shot. They always call it shooting your shot. You have to shoot your shot with everything, but it's one of those quotes. You're gonna miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
That's right.
Um, and so I take a shot with everybody. I give brother James. I give everybody a shot. That's the worst part because in this time and day and age, and I guess throughout the life of man, the more you give people a shot, the more you give people a chance, the more you looked at as a fool because nobody wants to get played at what we called it. I believe they still call it getting played, suckered, or all this other stuff. Um, and I don't care. I'm really down for us. I'm down for my people. I'm down for the change. It's not just my kids. The self determination and the motivation I have with this is for real change. It's for so. Um, every day it's hard to wake up as anybody. I feel everyone is going through something. Everybody is hurting. Everybody needs love. Everybody needs some type of help, some type of motivation. And nowadays it's even more drastic and more crucial than ever. So it's hard to be self-determined at times, but it's easy because if I'm not doing it, who will do it? And I always believe that if not me, then who? And not to say I got the world on my shoulders anymore, but with us and with everybody else I believe in, and I do believe in everybody else, it's easy to have a little self-determination of we're about to get this.
Well, unlike you, Masada, my life has taught me to use my bullets very carefully.
Discretion.
So I pick and choose my targets very carefully. I've learned not to spray. I know in today's society, you spray the whole house. You, you you don't you have no discretion whatsoever. You use up that magazine, and when it's gone, then
Oh, we were taught one shot, one kill though in the Corps. Hoorah! One shot, one kill, or one shot, two kills sometimes.
precisely. Precisely. So I'm one to choose my shots very carefully, even though I may sound very radical at times, but I do know about survival. But I think that the journey that we're on, and we all have to have our own self determination. Sometimes, it's good to have that motivation and have somebody, give you that kick, but you have to be able to get up in the morning and get out and face those obstacles and know the consequences of your actions every day. We know that if you don't pay the light bill, you won't have any lights in the house. If you don't put gas in the car, you'll find yourself out on the highway waiting for AAA or someone to come give you some gas. So right now we are in our beginnings, and our beginnings is all about helping and motivating, and as we said in our name, evolving. So I think we're on the right mission. We all have the same self determination, and I'm looking forward to the work that we're doing after Kwanzaa. Any final thoughts, Masada? Then you can pass it on to Derek, and we'll wish everyone a happy holiday, and we'll see them tomorrow.
Yeah. My final thoughts is to once again fill everybody on Kwanzaa. It's non-religious. It's a holiday to enforce the seven principles. We start with Imujo, and then Kuja Kalia, determination, self-motivation, accountability. We need that. Everybody needs that. If we hold ourselves accountable, then we'll hold ourselves to a higher standard. Um, this is formed out of love. This is formed out of respect. I believe the coalition aligns exactly with Kwanzaa. We're here to elevate our community. So the unity is big for me. Um, we all don't got to agree. We all don't got to get along, but we all got to get along enough to make a better world for all of us. So happy holidays, everybody. Thank y'all for being here with us.
Brother Derek?
Hey, couldn't have said it any better. We are a very resilient people, and I think that we have shown our self determination in real market ways throughout our history, particularly our history here in this country, which is the history I think we know the most. But we come from a great people, and we need to keep reminding ourselves and our fellow people in our community that we can be and we can do anything that we want to, and we just have to get on the same page, develop a plan, and work the plan. And so this is a beautiful principle. It's a beautiful celebration, and I look forward to our time together tomorrow.
Have a great holiday, everyone. We will see you tomorrow and continue our quest for cultural evolution. Thank you very much, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Ashe.